Yeah, baby. Let's get it. It's another episode. Well, not really. It's not a new episode. This is what we call a quick kick. This is a no huddle. This is where we're going to give you some quick information, some quick stats. But first, let's introduce ourselves. I'm your guy, M. Easy.
Talk to me, boys. The main man, Chris, was good.
Drippy D is in the building.
Yes, now that the pleasantries are done, we're going to do a quick hitter. Like I said, it's called a no huddle. It's whether these teams are NFL contenders or pretenders this year in the NFL season. Let's get started, fellas. Got the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson. He's been regressing. He's on a contract year, and I don't know. I'm gonna throw it to you, Drippy D. What do you think about the Baltimore Ravens? Are they contenders or pretenders this year?
They're pretenders. They haven't really done nothing the last few years. They were getting there, and then they're taking steps back. They're not adding nobody. This guy needs a receiver. Give him some freaking help, for God's sakes. Guys out there throwing the ball to Antonio Brown's little cousin. He's trash. He needs some good receivers out there, man. What's going on, bro?
Chris, he was in a Twitter beef with Bernard. What was his name? I forget the DB that used to play for the Ravens. And he said that the reason he has no targets is because no big-time receiver wants to play with Lamar Jackson. Chris, what do you feel about that?
I can see why. He's a running quarterback, and, the Greg Roman offense is based on dig and dunk. It makes sense. No offense wants to go out there and basically kill their stats. With that being said, I'm going contender all the way.
Pretender?
Contender.
Why?
Yo, bro, they were 8-2 last year before he got hurt. He was clearly the MVP. They were the one seed in the AFC, and then the wheels fall off when he got hurt. There's no indication that won't happen again.
You took my
top 5 defense.
I'd like to differ on that because when he got hurt, the backup quarterback was doing the same thing. He was running the ball, getting 100 yards rushing, throwing the ball for 200 yards. So
he lost.
But he wasn't Lamar. And here's why I agree with you, Chris. I think the Ravens are going to be contenders this year because Lamar's got a chip on his shoulder. And if you guys know, a player with a chip on his shoulder plays with a little bit more fierce and ferocity. So you've got that going. Plus, I think a lot of the teams in that division are going to go make a step backwards. The Browns aren't going to be as good as they are. I personally don't think the Bengals is going to be as good as they are. And the Steelers, they got Mitchell Trubisky as quarterback. So I believe the Ravens are going to be contenders. I agree with you, Chris. So let's move on to the next one. Let's move to the next team. Who we got? Ooh, the reigning Super Bowl champion LA Rams. I think this should be easy. Chris, who you got?
Contender. Reigning champions, and they got better. Nothing else to say.
D, they added Allen Robinson to an already thick wide receiver room. They're probably going to bring back Odell Beckham Jr. What do you think about the LA Rams? Are they pretenders or contenders to repeat as champions?
If you guys been following us, watching all our podcasts, you already know my answer. They're contenders. They're my favorite Super Bowl favorites to win. They're my favorites to win the Super Bowl.
Nice. Okay. Well, I think I'll make that a 3P. All three of us. I'm lagging crazy again. All three of us agree that it's the LA Rams. They are contenders. So we're gonna move on to the next team. The Las Vegas Raiders. Ooh, this is interesting. They added Devontae Adams. They added Khalil Mack, I believe. This is gonna be a team in a tough AFC West division. We'll start with you, Mr. Nunez. Are the Las Vegas Raiders contenders or pretenders?
Pretenders.
Woo! Really?
It's no knock to them. I just feel like everyone else got, as you said, so much better that it's just hard to put them as a contender just because of, again, the depth of the AFC as a whole.
So they're just a contender by basis of circumstance.
They're a pretender off of circumstance. Basically, yeah.
Okay. D, Drippy, come on, talk to me.
I know they're contenders because if you look at it, after they got rid of the racist coach, I'm not going to even mention his name. We ain't going to give him no clout. After they got rid of that guy, everything changed there. Now the running back started running good. He was benching the running back. The receivers started having a little more pep in his step. Carr was throwing the ball better, and they were rocking. And like you said, now they got Devontae Adams, so now Darren Waller's going to play better. And you know what? Devontae Adams and Carr were best friends in college. So now you got them coming back together. That chemistry hasn't gone nowhere. Those guys were meant to play together. They're excited. I'm excited to see how this offense is going to look. Like you said, they just added Khalil Mack. Wow. I can't wait to see how this unfolds. I mean,
Yeah.
they look good on paper. Let's see how it looks on the field.
Definitely. I'm with you on this one again, D. I think the Raiders are absolutely contenders. I think that's a thick AFC West, but with Derek Carr, Devontae Adams, Waller, Jacobs, Renfro, I think you've got a very dangerous offensive lineup. Plus, like I said, they added Khalil Mack. I think with the coach they just added to, the ex-offensive coordinator for the Patriots, you've got something special moving in Vegas. And I know a lot of people like Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, but when we get there, we'll get there. But again, the Raiders are absolutely contenders in that AFC West. Let's move on to another team. Let's go. They got that bad man, Aaron Rodgers. It's the Green Bay Packers. They lost Devontae Adams. Aaron Rodgers got his big contract. What do we think about the Packers? Drippy D, you're giving me the thumbs down. What are you thinking?
I think the only thing Aaron Rodgers is going to be known for this year is those State Farm commercials. He's going to be double checking. That's the only thing I see him doing. I don't see him going out there winning an MVP, that's for sure.
Are they contenders or pretenders?
I say they are pretenders.
So the two-time reigning MVP, Aaron Rodgers, and his team are pretenders going into the new season because they lost Devontae Adams.
They got worse. They added anybody that you know that's a key factor? No, right? I mean, Aaron Rodgers just lost, obviously, the best wide receiver in the whole NFL. How come nobody seems to account for that? Like, nobody cares he just lost the best weapon that any quarterback could have in the NFL? Like, come on.
Okay, all right. I mean, that's a fair point, Chris. The Green Bay Packers are in a weak NFC division with the Bears and the Lions. Who do you believe that the Packers are contenders or pretenders? Talk to me, Chris.
Contenders. Easy.
Okay.
Easy.
Why?
They're bringing back the same defense, and they got 12. They got 12.
That's it? Just because of 12?
Because 12. That's it. Say less.
Wow. I'm going to have to say pretender with this one. I think they made a significant step backwards with Devontae Adams. They didn't add anybody else. They have a wide receiver room that hasn't had more than 70 catches in 1 year, any of them. I think Robert Tonyan is going to have a big year as a tight end for them, but I don't believe they're going to make the playoffs. I think the Packers are going to be pretenders this year. Yeah, I'm going to firmly stay on that. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to regret losing the best receiver in the league. It's not even up for debate. Devontae Adams is the best receiver in the league, and you lost him, so you're not going to get any better on that. Let's move on to the next team. Hold on, wait. Go ahead, Chris. What were we going to say before we move on, Chris? Go ahead.
Aaron Rodgers made him the best receiver in football.
Ooh, we about to find
Carry
out.
on.
We about to find out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that
I like that
possibly,
statement.
possibly be true. But what's going on with the rest of the guys he got? Seems like he don't want to throw it to them at all. Those guys all
12.
dropping the ball.
Okay. We're going to see. Leave that right there. Let's move on to that next team. This is a frisky one right here. The Miami Dolphins. They're in the AFC East. That's not as tough as it used to be in other years, but Buffalo has definitely got the strong arm in that division. Tua got a gift of Tyreek Hill. That is, if Devontae's the best, Tyreek's definitely top 5. Am I bugging by saying Tyreek's the top 5 receiver in the league?
No.
Okay.
No.
So now they've had that. They've had a new coach. What do you think is the ceiling for this team, Miami? Chris, are they pretenders or contenders?
Pretenders. Their ceiling is 9 wins. They don't make the playoffs. They finished 3rd in that division. Pretenders.
Listen, the Miami Dolphins were 6-3 at home and missed the playoffs in a division that had the Patriots, who's bringing back Mac Jones and nothing else. I don't believe in the Patriots, and like I said, Buffalo's got a strong arm on that division. I can absolutely see in the Dolphins sneaking in as a wild card. So they're not a contender for the title, but I won't call them all the way pretenders. So I will call them contenders. D, what do you think?
I call them contenders. They're going to be in the playoffs this year. Mark my words. They make
I
the
agree.
playoffs.
I agree.
Tua is a young quarterback that was showing promise. He was getting better little by little. He could come out the pocket. He could throw. And why is everybody forgetting that Waddle was almost the rookie of the year, only to the other best receiver in the NFL, which is Chase.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Waddle was a beast last year, and he went to college with Tua. Now you add Tyreek Hill. I mean, defenses aren't going to know who to guard. And then Jakeski is going to be going crazy in the middle. He's going to be getting all the touchdowns. You know what? I'm going to call it right now. Jakeski gets double-digit touchdowns next year, and Dolphins make the playoffs.
Okay. I'm with you except for the Tua thing. I think Tua is the one part of that offense that I don't believe in.
What
If
does
they had
Tua
a
mean?
different quarterback there,
I got a question for you, right? You got two of the quickest NFL players in the whole NFL. Shiftiest, fast, whatever you want to call it. Tua runs out the pocket. Those guys are going to get open. And then you got Jakeski, too. He don't have to throw deep. It's going to be all dink, dunk, short pass, left, right. Watch. This is going to be exciting. I can't wait.
we'll see. Let's see. Moving on to the next team. Kansas City Chiefs. Listen, they lost Tyreek Hill. They still have Kelsey. They still have Mahomes. And they still got Andy Reid. And they bring back a suspect defense. I'm going to start with you, Drippy D. Are the Chiefs contenders or pretenders next year?
You're always a contender when you have the best quarterback on planet Earth. Case closed. Chris, what do you think?
Wow.
I agree with Dia. I don't have anything else to add.
Okay, well, then let me talk then. So I think the Chiefs are absolutely contenders, but I don't think they're going to win that division. I think they're going to sneak into the playoffs. They'll be the third team in that AFC West to get into the playoffs. Patrick Mahomes is going to have a tough year. It won't be as easy for people to it will be easier for people to guard Kelsey because they don't have Tyreek Hill popping the top off. Pause. So the Chiefs are going to have a tough time this year. They're still going to be contenders, but I don't think they are going to be what they think they are. That's just me. Moving on to the next team. Let's go. Woo! It's another sneaky team in that AFC West. The Chargers. Herbert. Come on, man. Herbert. Chris, who do you think? Contenders or pretenders for the Chargers?
I'm just going to say this. MVP. You do with that what you will.
Excuse me. Herbert's getting MVP.
Yes.
So that means they're contenders.
Yes.
Drippy, talk to me.
Nope.
All right, guys. You guys remember, right? The year before last year, right? I found Herbert as a rookie in our fantasy league, right?
You did? Yo, don't.
Yeah, I had Herbert. I traded him to you or something. I found him. I drafted him. That's my guy. I drafted Herbert. All right? Last year, I drafted Burrows, right? Obviously, there's something that I know that everybody else don't know. Like I'm telling you right now with that Tua thing. This guy right here, he's nice and everything, but he's not going to be the MVP. You crazy? You think he's better than Patrick Mahomes? But, I mean, he's going to be up there. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to take away from nothing from him, but he ain't better than Patrick Mahomes. But go ahead. And they're contenders. Their team stepped up. Their defense. I love that team. And this guy, the quarterback, put on like 40 pounds, you said, Em? You was telling me the other day, 30 pounds or something like that? Herbert, how many pounds he put on?
Yeah, Herbert put on some poundage this year. But listen, I think they're pretenders. I think Herbert's gonna have a good year, but the Chargers logo I think holds a lot of like curses because they've always had good teams and just can't make it. When they had Philip Rivers and they had all those offensive weapons, they just couldn't make it. I think something about that continues to hold the Chargers back, and they go into the pretenders rack for me because that's a loaded AFC West, and someone's got to be a pretender, and unfortunately, it's going to be the Chargers. All right, let's move on to the next one. Whoo! All right, listen. I have a lot of reservations about this team. I think they got lucky, and I think they lucked out. I think Joe Burrow is good. I think Jamar Chase is good, but I think a lot of what happened to them was circumstantial in who they played. I'm going to start off as I'm going to tell you the Bengals are pretenders. I don't see them pretenders. I'm going to just say that pretenders. Chris, go ahead.
Can I play it in the middle? Is there a middle ground? I
I'm
think
No.
they're a
playing behind.
playoff.
Go ahead, you're allowed one.
I think they're a playoff team who maybe wins a game and that's their ceiling. I agree with you with the circumstantial shit. But I still their team did get better. They are coming off Super Bowl. Joe Burrow is the man. I don't think they'll get there again, but I think they're a playoff team. So whatever is in between, I'm going with it.
I'm confused. What's the circumstantial stuff that you guys are talking about? Can you please explain that to me and the world? I don't know. I don't understand what you're talking about. What's the
Lamar
The
circumstantial?
Jackson. Lamar
teams they
Jackson.
played, the teams they played in the playoffs were either hurt or teams they shouldn't have been played.
Like
They
what?
lucked out against
I don't know what
Mahomes
you're
and the
talking about.
Chiefs. They lucked out against Mahomes and the Chiefs.
They
Stop.
should have beat the Raiders. The refs
How
gave the game
do
against
they
the
luck out
Raiders.
against Mahomes and the Chiefs?
Don't make me go into my memory bank because I right now I
All I'm
can't say.
saying is this. There's no luck in NFL. In the football, there's no luck unless your main player, like your quarterback, got hurt or a top guy. Patrick Mahomes was there. Tyreek Hill was there. Kelsey was there. I mean, how did they luck out? They beat Patrick Mahomes. These guys are legit. Joe Burrow
Oh,
is the real deal.
okay,
Chase
all right. So
is the real
we gonna
deal.
see.
Like
We gonna see.
it ain't getting better than that right now. Those guys are the real deal. I love this team, and they're contenders. They're gonna
Oh, we
go
gonna
up there.
see.
I can see them repeating it or winning the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow
No way.
is the number one fantasy quarterback this year.
Yo, your man is making a lot of bold statements today, Chris.
My number one fantasy quarterback, Joe Burrow. He was the number one fantasy quarterback in the last 5 games of the year last year. Go check it out. Why wouldn't I think he could continue that? Why wouldn't he? He was going on
Yo,
God mode. I won a
yo,
championship with him. I started
and you
him
know what
over
happened?
Lamar Jackson. I started
And you
him
know what
over
happened,
Lamar
bro?
Jackson, and it won
He
me a
saw
championship.
he saw SGA's purse and just went how you are. After that purse, my man. After that purse, just
This guy's going crazy. All right, let's move on to the next team. Come on. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Thomas Patrick Edward Brady, the 17th of whatever Skip Bayless says. Um, I don't know what to think about this team. I'm gonna throw it to you, Trippy D. This is your guy, Tom Brady, your man. Talk to me
I
about
love
Tom.
Tom Brady, but I think Father Time's catching up to you, buddy. you know, this has got to be the year. I don't know when. I don't want to count them out, but I mean, Father Time's got to come eventually. And he's lost Antonio Brown. Mike Evans is not getting any younger. It's a lot going on. Is Godwin even coming back because he got hurt at the end of the year? I'm not even sure.
he
He
resigned
lost.
already.
Gronkowski's gone.
He's gone. He's a year older. I don't know, man. I'm going to say they're pretenders, even though I love their defense, but I don't think they're going to go as far as everybody else is thinking they are. They're not a top 5 team anymore.
Chris, quickly, go ahead.
They don't got to be a top 5 team, bro. They just got to be top 5 in their conference, which they will be. They can make the NFC Championship game. They're a contender.
Okay.
I'm gonna say contender for the Bucks, but this is gonna be one of those ones like Chris said before, in between. They'll make the playoffs, but I don't think they're going far. I think I think the Saints, if the Saints play their cards right, they could win this division. We'll see what happens with the Saints and everything that's going on. But if the Saints play their cards right, they can win this division. But Brady will make the playoffs. Moving on to the next team.
The Saints don't have a quarterback.
They'll figure it out. Next team. Okay. I'm gonna start off and tell you though, that's a contender. They're taking the NFC West. I'm telling you right now. Excuse me, the NFC North. The NFC North. They're taking the NFC North. Justin Jefferson. What's the other white boy? Thielen over there. Come on, man.
Thielen's
They've got a good
nice.
team. They got a good team. And I know Cousins doesn't make people feel confident, but that team is still solid. The Vikings are going to win that division, and they're going to the playoffs. They're a contender. Drippy D, tell me why you feel different.
I'll tell you one thing right now. That team is trash. They're the same exact team. They put it in and year out, and they're just 3 years older. Gideon is coming back from the surgeries. He ain't the same he was from before. Jefferson jumped him now as the number 1 receiver. So Jefferson is the real deal. I like Jefferson. But Gideon ain't as good as he was before. Cooks is always getting hurt. He's supposed to be their best player. If that guy could stay on the field, I would give him a chance. But I know he's going to get hurt like he does every year, and the team's going to go down sinking with him. So I say
Chris, come on.
Contender. They're
Why?
a contender. I think they're gonna have the best offense in the NFL this year.
The what?
Cousins.
You said the
I
best
think Kirk
offense?
Cousins. Yes, I think with those two on
Best
the
offense?
outside, I think Cook will stay healthy. And listen, Justin Jefferson's a top 3 receiver. Someone gets him the ball. Kirk
What makes
Cousins.
you think he's going to stay healthy? Why do you feel so bold and proud? I mean, I don't get it. I mean, all
The
right.
odds. I think him, and we probably won't even discuss the Giants, but I think him and Saquon both stay healthy this year. The odds are in their favor, and they have to stay healthy.
He's never played a full season. You know that, right? Once in his career. So
He's
for you to come out of the limb and say you think he's going to be healthy this year, that's a very bold prediction. But okay,
He feels it in his gut.
I see why you never win. I see why you never win fantasy championships.
Oh, this guy's hitting blown up.
I see why.
Let's move on to the next team.
I'm batting all his trades this year.
The Tennessee Titans, they still got that big running back, Henry. They bring back Tannehill as the quarterback, and they still have a stout defense. What do you guys feel about the Titans? Chris, you up first.
I think it's insulting that you even put them on this list. They're a pretender.
Thank you.
Moving on.
Drippy.
That team is ass. Moving on.
Okay, that's 3 for 3. 3 pretenders. Moving on up. The Philadelphia Eagles. We know this team well. They're in our division. They got Jalen Hurts. They stole somebody away. Who was the receiver they signed this year?
A.J. Brown.
There it goes. And they still have the rookie. What's his name? From last year, the skinny kid.
Devontae
Smith. So, with that being said, Chris, up first.
They got a good mobile quarterback, young quarterback in Philadelphia.
He moves. Jalen Hurts. Absolutely. Chris, up first. Who do you think? The pretenders or contenders? Eagles.
Pretenders. I think they're a year away. They have a good foundation.
I like that. I agree with that. Drippy D, what do you feel?
Good response, Chris. Good response. Of course they're contenders. They're playing with us, the New York freaking Giants, baby. That's why they're pretenders, because we're going to beat them all games we play them this year, and they're not going to win the division because of us. That's why.
I don't believe that. I think the Eagles are definitely pretenders, but they're definitely going to make the playoffs because some team out of that division has to make the playoffs, and I think the Eagles are the best team out of that NFC East. So the Eagles are contenders a little bit.
Wait. You said that? What you just said right now? You think
the Eagles are going to win the NFC East?
Okay, I'm gonna hold you accountable to this one, buddy.
Okay,
I agree with him.
Okay.
I'm not saying anything bold. They were in the playoffs last season.
You are saying something bold because you're saying they're better than our team. Are you crazy?
I can see things objectively. I love my team.
They ain't better than the Giants.
We're a little ass right now.
I don't know what you're seeing, but all right, go ahead. Go to the next one if you want. But I don't know what you're
next team. Come on, next team. The Saints. I think the Saints have a good shot at that that division with Tom Brady and them. But like you said, they're still a quarterback away. I'm gonna leave them off this list. They're definitely pretenders. Drippy D, talk to me.
Yeah, they're pretenders. They need a quarterback. You know, that's the only missing link. That's why I don't get why these guys aren't going after like an Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson. Aaron Rodgers belongs on the Saints. That's where he belongs. Like that's the team he needs. They could just put him there and it's all go. Like, you know, Super Bowl time. You know? But I mean, that's what
Chris,
a guy like
Chris, pretender and contenders.
Neither Green Bay nor Seattle are going to trade their franchise quarterback in conference.
No, but you know what I mean. They need a guy like that.
Yeah.
They need a guy that's going to go there, a veteran that's going to take them, you know, to that next level.
Pretenders.
Okay.
It hurt me.
I think all agree the Saints are pretenders. All right, let's keep it moving. Next team. Or was that the last one? Oh, exactly. I hate looking at that star. I think Dallas is definitely pretenders this year. Dak Prescott isn't who they think who thought he was going to be. They let go of Amari Cooper. They're banking on CeeDee Lamb being a number one receiver, which I don't believe he is. Ezekiel Elliott is an old, fat running back, and Pollard is the one that should be getting most of the carries. Let's see if they figure that out. And I'm on record saying the Dallas Cowboys will win another Super Bowl as long as Jerry Jones is the owner. They're definitely pretenders. Chris, go ahead.
I had to gather my thoughts real quick. I'm a little upset with talking about this team. Pretenders. We just agreed that the Eagles are going to win the division, and we called them pretenders.
We did not agree to that, but okay.
These are not me. All right, D, what you got? Pretenders for the Cowboys.
Pretenders, of course. I love their tight end. Their tight end, I think, is going to be the number one fantasy getter in that team. That tight end.
Okay. Dalton Schultz.
Yeah, the monster year last year. He ended the year last year as the fourth best tight end in the whole NFL, fantasy wise.
Really?
Yeah, okay. So he's very good. He's a sleeper. I like him a lot. But yeah, I mean, I really don't see them getting better because it's just a cancer. They always pick good players with bad characters. So you have too many cancerous guys. At football, you can't have that. You can't have cancerous people. You got to have team guys. So yeah, they're pretenders. There's too much cancer in that locker.
Moving on. The Washington Commanders. I think they suffer from the same thing a lot of other teams suffer for, their lack of quarterback leadership. They've got Carson Wentz now at quarterback, which I don't believe that's going to work. I like McLaurin over there. Their defense is still good. No, excuse me. Their defense is still elite. So they're going to be in the mix. They're definitely pretenders because of their lack of quarterback leadership. Drippy, talk to me. Washington Commanders. Pretenders or contenders?
Are we going through every single NFL team here?
No. I didn't put any of the teams that finished in last place.
What the hell is this team even doing on this list? But
they didn't finish in last place.
They're pretenders. They got no running back. They don't got a tight end. The defense was lit last year, but then they lost their best player to a knee injury. The defensive end they had, the best number one pick they had 2 years ago, I forgot his name.
Chase Young.
Chase Young, yep. Thank you, Chris. They lost him to a knee injury. I mean, those guys, they're done. They're pretenders. I'm done with these guys. This was a joke.
Chris, talk to me. Pretenders. Okay. All right. Well, listen, if that's all it said, let's keep it moving. Next one. The Indianapolis Colts. I'm gonna start this one off. I think they're contenders. They're gonna take that division. I think they're in that division with the Titans, the Jaguars, and the Texans, the bum ass teams. I think with the addition of what was the Falcons quarterback? What was his name?
Matt Ryan.
They're gonna do a lot better and they're gonna win that division. I think the Colts become contenders. Chris, what's up?
They're contenders. I said on our first pod, they're gonna take the number one seed in the AFC. They'll get the first round bye. They're contenders. I'm sticking to that.
I don't believe all that, but okay. Drippy.
I'll give them contenders. Their running game is sick. They got 3 horses back there. And we got 3 running backs that do everything. I love their offense. Their defense is very good, very underrated. And I'm gonna give them a contender.
Okay, let's move it. Let's keep it moving. Next team. This is my favorite.
I want it.
Go ahead, Chris. Talk to me.
Pretenders.
Oh,
pretenders.
Do you care to share why?
Yeah, I think you're expecting too much too soon from this team. I think they need some time to build. I think Russ is learning a whole new system with a whole new coach. Yeah, I just don't think they'll be ready. And plus, that division is stacked. I wouldn't be surprised if they came in fourth. Actually, I'm going to predict them to finish fourth in that division.
That team is finishing first and winning the Super Bowl. I said it once, and I'll say it again. The Broncos are contenders, and they're going to win it. I said it, I'll say it again. Drippy D, Tell me what you think.
Hey, Chris, you want to have a bet on some dinner or something like that? That these guys do not finish fourth? I mean, you want to meet in the middle? If they finish higher than second, you owe me dinner. And if they go under third, I owe you dinner.
All right.
Okay, but it's on videotape, so it's going to happen.
All right. So, okay. So then we get picked whatever restaurant we prefer between the two.
All right.
Okay, so all right. So that's good. The Broncos are a championship franchise. You see what Uneasy said before about the Chargers? And they just always find a way to lose. It's something something negative about the franchise. This team is a championship franchise. They win. John Elway is a winner. And they are gonna win. They are contenders.
Okay.
Russell Wilson's
Okay.
gonna cook.
Have they
And
made the playoffs since Peyton Manning?
Russell Wilson's gonna be a contender for MVP this year.
Yep. Okay, let's move on to the last team. Oh no, there's a couple more. The Cardinals, Kyler Murray, and them. Let's go to Drippy D. What do you think? Pretenders or contenders?
I would say contenders. Kyler Murray's a dog. Hopkins is still there. They got the tight end from the Eagles. He's okay. He came back at the end of the year. They traded for him, and he stepped it up for them. Scored a few touchdowns for them. Opened up their offense a lot. I say they are contenders. I just hope J.J. Watt can come back. They need that defensive guy, and when he got hurt, everything just went downhill for them. It just seemed that it was like a letdown when he got hurt. Everybody was trying to win for him. Even I was let down. But yeah, I'm gonna give them contenders. Hoping J.J. Watts can play this year.
Chris, what you think?
Pretenders.
I believe I'm gonna agree with both my guys. I think this team is pretenders, and they're gonna not make the playoffs in that division. Let's move on to the next team.
You agree with Chris?
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on.
So continue. I can listen.
All right. The Bills. Let's go, baby.
Let's let him get back in camera. This is going longer than I thought. Way longer.
It is. I didn't think you picked this many.
There's only one more.
Teams, bro.
You pick mad whack teams. Like, how the fuck you even put the fucking Eagles in there and those teams?
Because somebody's got to come out of that division, my nigga. Will you just be a home for the Giants?
But don't put none of those guys because nobody even cares about those guys. You put all of them. Redskins? Like, are you kidding me?
I put everybody but the Giants, the Jets, and the other fucking whack teams that finished.
I'm insulted.
The Giants are trash, bro.
All right. That's what you think? Come on. Let's go.
Countdown. 3, 2, 1. The Buffalo Bills. Okay. Josh Allen. Stephon Diggs. They've got a nice little nucleus. They've got a coach over there. What do you guys think about the Bills? Are they contenders or pretenders? Chris, what's up?
They are the contender. Super Bowl champions. They are the contender.
Drippy.
Pretenders. The Giants stole their thunder. We took their coach, and we took their GM. Now it was our turn. New York Giants, baby. Let's go. Pretenders. Kings of New York.
Okay, well, I don't believe that. I think the Bills will be in the AFC Championship game against the Broncos. Josh Allen will end up being the league MVP. I think the narrative behind him this year will be league MVP. The Bills are absolutely 100% contenders and possibly the number one contender to take the chip, to be honest with you. But let's move on to our very last team. Interesting situation going over there. The San Francisco 49ers. They were in the Super Bowl a couple years ago. They beat Aaron Rodgers last year. How do you feel about the San Francisco 49ers? Do you think they're pretenders or contenders? I'm start with you, Drippy.
Is this the last team?
Yes, it is.
I'm insulted. I'm giving them pretenders. I'm insulted. The Giants weren't on this list. You put on the freaking Redskins, dude. The Redskins, bro. I'm done. Go, Chris. It's up to you. Go ahead. This is crazy.
I don't think I've ever heard him say the word dude before, bro. It's such
I'm upset. And for all the Giants fans out there, I apologize for this podcast. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, real Giants fans, we ain't making the Super Bowl, man.
Put every single team in our division except for us.
Because we're trash.
Are you kidding me? Come on, man.
But let's focus. Chris, with Garoppolo not knowing if he's going to play, with nobody knows how Trey Lance is going to look, what's going to happen with the San Francisco 49ers? Contenders or pretenders?
Can I pull a Nick Wright and put an asterisk on this until we know who the quarterback is?
I guess I'll allow it. I'll allow it. I don't think the 49ers are contenders. I think Garoppolo just now started throwing the football. He hasn't been throwing it because of surgery. They got a lot of things, and Deebo Samuel is not happy. I don't see them contending for that division. Yeah. So shout out to the 49ers. They're pretenders. And I think that brings today's longer than usual No Huddle to an end. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, and all that good stuff. Any last words before we go, fellas?
Thank you for tuning in, guys. I apologize for D's shenanigans and his belief that the Giants can make the playoffs or win the Super Bowl. Guys, I'm sorry. We tried, but we're here. Thank you, guys.
Hey, man, I'm here to give you guys my insight. So I'm telling you, I think the Giants should be up there. That's all.
Okay, all right. So let's do it. Let's do it impromptu. Giants, contenders and pretenders. D.
Contenders, because
Why?
we got new foundation. We stole all of the Buffalo Bills thunder. Now we got the good coaches. We got everything going for us right now. It's our turn. It's gonna be our time to shine. Thank you, guys. You're gonna see the turn of events. Football is a crazy sport. In football, you can change a franchise in 1 year. Seen it happen.
Chris, Giants. Giants, contenders
the Giants
or
are now the
pretenders?
New York Knicks. They're pretenders. They're the New York Knicks. That's it. I'm done.
What? The Giants are a championship franchise. We're rich. And we have quality friends, quality everything. Come on, stop.
That's the Giants fans.
No, man, we're championship.
You see the Giants fans, don't you? You see the Giants fans?
Hey, man, I've seen us win 3 titles already, so I'm happy.
Listen, I think the Giants are pretenders, okay? I love the Giants. I'm a Giants fan. Daniel Jones is not in. Saquon Barkley can't stay healthy. Our targets can't stay healthy. The defense needs a lot of help. The Giants are at least 2 years away. That's why I like what they're building with Daboll and how he's trying to make the team a certain way. But we're about two years away from really contending, and I'm not going to rush that. I think the Giants need this.
I watched every game last year. What was the big problem last year, if you watched? What did you see?
Daniel Jones and the defense.
No, it wasn't. It was the offensive line. Nobody had time.
We've been saying the offensive line since Eli Manning was the quarterback. When is it not going to be the offensive line?
The offensive line. We got a better offensive line now. Darius Toney's back. He's a superstar. Kenny Galladay's a superstar. Daniel Jones just needs a few more minutes to throw. A few more seconds to throw the ball.
Yeah, you had it right the first time. He needs minutes. He needs minutes.
The best running backs in NFL right now. He has a talent to be the one of that. And our defense was actually a top 10 defense in the NFL last year. So how you gonna tell me we are pretenders? I can't wait till the season starts.
I'm out. I'm done.
We just out here trying to give you guys some content and some jaw dropping shit. Clearly, you got some today. Again, thank you guys for rocking with us, and
Love you guys.
we're here.